Australian Research and Space Exploration has announced its plan to explore the bottom of the universe. Unlike NASA and the European Space Agency ESA, AS has to explore the bottom of the universe since Australia is located on the bottom of a spinning ball Earth.
The Australian Space Agency here in Adelaide open.
After its announcement that Australia is going to explore the bottoms of the universe, Dr. Megan Clark from the Australian Research and Space Exploration said this about the spinning ball Earth.
On any given day, I'm not even sure where I am.
Dr. Clark was referring that, after spinning at 1,000 miles per hour, one is not sure where he or she can even stand up and walk straight.
Look at him! He can't get.
Knowing that NASA cashes in almost $22 billion a year from American taxpayers while providing computer-generated images also known as CGI, the Australian Research and Space Exploration thinks it can cash in $12 billion from the Australian sheeples.
To triple in size to $12 billion.
The Australian Research and Space Exploration Agency, ARSE, said since Australia is not as lucky as the US or Russia, its only option is to explore the bottom of the universe since never in history has any space agency panned the camera towards the bottom of the universe. People are starting to wonder what's down there, said the Australian Prime Minister. If NASA or any other space agency had at least once panned the camera towards the bottom of the universe, we would know by now what's down there. Australia will have to take the role and explore it for the good of mankind, said the Australian Prime Minister. The Australian Research and Space Exploration Agency said it is the easiest way for extracting money from the taxpayers while just proving them with cartoon images and computer-generated images playing with their imagination. Here are some space agencies that already deceive their citizens with fake space images and CGI cartoons.
America's NASA, of course, the European Space Agency, Roscosmos, Russia's space agency, the Japanese Space Agency, Indian Space Research Organisation, and Chinese National Space Agency. But that's not all. There are also the space agencies of Brazil, South Africa, Korea, Thailand, Paraguay, Uruguay, Romania, Poland, Spain, Greece, Turkmenistan, Kazakhstan, and Uzbekistan, just to name a few. Oh, and New Zealand, always beating us to it.
We will commit to establish an Australian National Space Agency to help drive Australia's role in the international space sector.
Since NASA has never panned the camera 360 degrees and much less pointed it to the bottom of the universe, it is Australia's mission to provide those images to the Australian people. But, we can always produce them in Hollywood and show them to the Australian citizens and say they are really images from the bottom of the universe, added Simon Birmingham. The name of the agency was carefully picked by the top astronauts of Australia. Since their mission is to explore the bottom of the universe and the country of Australia is supposedly located at the bottom of a spinning ball Earth floating in space.
So what about a name? Something like the National Australian Space Agency, perhaps? Oh, no, that's awkward.
The name Australian Research and Space Exploration was considered to be the proper name for the agency. Please, stop believing in all this space nonsense. Pan Am took reservations for flights to the moon in the late 60s and Neil Armstrong said they would see bases on the moon in his lifetime.
There's just one more thing I'd like to ask you. You're one of the very, very few people, I think, whose opinion on this is really worth having. In fact, there are only 4 of you. Do you think, from your knowledge of the moon, having been there, that it is going to be possible in the foreseeable future to set up scientific bases there on anything like a large scale?
Oh, I'm quite certain that we'll have such bases in our lifetime. Somewhat like the Antarctic stations and similar scientific outposts, continually manned.
Nothing of this is possible. The Earth is flat and stationary. No one can leave Earth. They've deceived our parents, don't let them deceive you. This is news to me from Flat Earth, Banjo, USA, Japan and Brazil.